This new Champions League format is actually paying off tremendously. Paying off. Even in the Europa League as well, it's very good. Conference League, that's dead. And it's not been a good week for us, but for everyone else, looks like football's been booming.
Because I don't understand, Carlo. This guy is a fraud. An absolute fraud. ¿Por qué? Why? Sí, yo soy de España. Yo soy de Tenerife. Puta mierda. Sí, sí, y mi equipo es Madrid también. Okay, brother, I'm gonna start fighting people around here because they don't. This is what I'm talking about.
Dave has called this out for the longest time. He's wanted Ancelotti out for the longest time, and I don't blame him. I do think it's time for Carlo to go. I don't think Carlo's the problem, but he does have some responsibility to take, and I think Real Madrid fans are going to find out the hard way that Ancelotti wasn't the problem. Inter Milan, they're pretty much complete. Defensively solid and disciplined, and offensively dangerous as well. Honestly, they're a handful.
Can we be serious? PSG should have ended that game well into the first half. I mean, Hakimi with a goal, Nuno Mensch with a goal. PSG were playing fantastic football, and then they started to slow down.
I'm very impressed with Unai Emery and Aston Villa. Like, they've been amazing since he's gone over there. And they're in the semi-final for the FA Cup, I think, and they deserve it. I hope they win it. They're if there's one group that deserve to win something, it's them, you know. Newcastle have also been great. They've won a trophy now, and they look like they're going to get Champions League football. And Villa, they're not far off either. They have a better chance than we do. They're actually playing like a Champions League club. I'm a bit disappointed in Luis Enrique because in the second half, like, you could have just shut up shop, really. You got the 2 goals, shut up shop, and just see it out. But instead, they decided to keep playing football, and it nearly backfired.
Barca's unbeaten streak is over. The biggest reason and the only reason why Barcelona lost this game is due to the absence of a man named Pedri Gonzalez. This is what happens when your best player and your most important player doesn't play and the midfield looks completely lost without him. Gavi, his name is not Pedri. You can't really compare Gavi to Pedri.
No, you can't.
Pedri gives you something very much different compared to any midfielder, whether in the world or whether in Barcelona's squad.
Pedri is amazing. He's elite. Gavi is decent, but I never really understood the hype with Gavi. Barcelona, I'm not impressed with Barcelona defensively. Nearly bottled it against Dortmund. Araujo, instead of clearing it, he passes it straight to the opposition player. And stuff like that just annoys me. A lot of opposition players are there. Just clear it. If the semi-final ends how these battles did, we might be on the verge of the best Champions League final of this decade.
Which team has the most to gain here? Arsenal has history to make. They have never won a Champions League. Can you imagine Arsenal pulling off the incredible under Mikel Arteta with fan favorites Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, Gabriel Saliba, etc.? Can you imagine this being the year that they finally do it? We look at PSG, and I mean, obviously, they've dominated Ligue 1, that's no question. But we all know what PSG really wants. Going so far as getting guys like Neymar, getting guys like Mbappe, getting guys like Lionel and Messi to try to win this trophy. Imagine this is the year that they're able to do it with Dembele, Barcola, Kvaratskhelia, Desiree Doué up front. We look at Inter Milan, and I mean, they're just so consistent. They're so dangerous. They've been the best team in Italy this year. It's been over a decade since we've seen Inter and, honestly, an Italian side really challenge for the Champions League trophy. This would be a throwback type victory here if Inter Milan is able to do it. And lastly, Barca, man, the way they navigated all these obstacles that have been thrown at them and the way they've turned it around in super quick time means that there is so much to be gained from UEFA Champions League being earned. It would be the first one without Lionel Messi. It would be the first one of this new generation of players. How much would it mean to you to lift this trophy?
This Champions League is historic because Arsenal could win the Champions League for the first time in their history. PSG could win the Champions League for the first time in their history and do the quadruple. Inter Milan can do another treble, or Barcelona could do a quadruple. So it's historic.